Okay. Question 4. How did you use new media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages of your project? Firstly, the uses of technologies in research and planning. For my research and planning stages on my project, I mainly used Word documents because I could structure and organise the content I was displaying in an organised and clear way, following a consistent theme throughout, and this made it easier for the reader. As I got deeper into the pre-production stages of my project, I developed my skills in media technologies by using software such as PowerPoint and Prezi to present my work. For example, the star theory was done on PowerPoint slides, and this can be seen on my blog. I also developed skills in Prezi as I had not yet used it before, and this can be seen in analysis of music videos. Also in the pre-production stages, I developed my research skills by using the internet effectively and efficiently, looking at many different websites and gaining the information I needed from them to enhance my knowledge in the research part of the project, such as conventions of music videos, the different types of music videos, and what certain audiences look for in music videos. Uses of technologies when carrying out audience research. In the first stage of my audience research, I talked about in question 3, I carried out a questionnaire to give me basic understanding of what people look for in a music video and what type of music videos they prefer. I developed my skills in new media technologies by creating this questionnaire that would be professional looking yet easy to understand and carry out from an audience's point of view. In the second stage of my audience research, I did another questionnaire. However, instead of being multiple choice questionnaire, it was more of a question answer type thing where someone would write a sentence or two answering a question related to part of my music video. The same principles applied as with the first questionnaire, and I developed the same skills further. In the third stage of my audience research, I decided to make use of new media technologies further by creating a focus group. I used my phone camera for this as the quality was good enough and it was more accessible at the time. It was easier for me to airdrop the videos from the focus group straight to my laptop for editing without ruining the quality. To edit and upload this video onto my blog, I used iMovie, which then shares straight onto YouTube. Uses of technologies on my blog. In the planning stage of my project, I developed my skills in Microsoft Word when carrying out things like the music video treatment, development of artists. A picture of this is shown to your right and it can be seen on my blog here. You can see that I have tried to develop the theme of my music video on my blog to visually show what I was going for in the colour schemes and styles of fonts in my music video. I wouldn't have been able to do this or create a nice visual effect on my blog without having the use and skills in the media technologies. When planning and developing my song choice, I put together a short film or a mock-up of what I initially thought my video was going to be like when I had chosen my song. I did this on iMovie and then uploaded it up to my blog, explaining the relevance to my project and why I decided to change my song and overall idea of music video. I use QuickTime Player on my laptop, which allowed me to record my screen whilst talking over it. Initially I faced a challenge because I had never used it before, and I then researched it and how to use it, and then I worked it out from there. Uses of technologies when producing my ancillary texts. The photos on my magazine advert were all shot on a Nikon DSLR. I downloaded these photos on my laptop and then airdropped them to my phone, where I edited them to suit the genre and theme of the music video. I edited them using VSCO. I then put the digipack and magazine advert together in Photoshop. At first I found Photoshop quite difficult to use because I had not used it very much. However, I then watched a couple of YouTube videos on the basics of Photoshop and I began to learn how to use it better. After finishing the drafts of both my magazine advert and digipack, I decided that my magazine advert needed some further development, and it was hard to read the writing, and so I downloaded an app on my phone where I could blur the background to the photo. This app was called Airbrush, so it's shown by the image on your left. It allowed me to blur the background so then the writing could be seen better, as the trees were causing you not to be able to read the writing, which said Penny Jones on my magazine advert. This development can be seen on my blog under development of magazine advert. Uses of technologies when producing my music video. To film my music video, I used two different cameras. The first one was a Canon 70D and the second one was a Nikon DSLR. The only reason I used two different cameras was due to the fact which one was available at what time when I wanted to film. There was an unnoticeable difference in the video quality between the two cameras. However, the challenge I faced at first when switching from one camera to the other was on the different days of filming was learning how they both worked, as the settings between both changed in terms of what mode I needed to put on when filming different daylights. I used iMovie to edit my music video and I uploaded it onto YouTube once I had finished. In the post-production stages of my project, I used PowerPoint presentation and QuickTime Player to record the presentation. I also created a survey, which I spoke about in question 3 on SurveyMonkey, and sent it to people through Facebook Messenger. I also did a summary of my evaluation on a website called Powtoon, where I could create a short presentation giving examples and giving a summary of my evaluation. And that can be seen on my blog.